Marvel Studios developing the Ultimates. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer at this point.
Yeah.
You got Carol, you got Black Panther, you got Monica to some extent.
So
But in the Captain Marvel 2, she's older. I imagine she will be. So
do you call it Marvel's The Ultimates? Or you call it Avengers Ultimates? Like,
I think you gotta have it as a separate brand and call it Ultimates.
okay.
So what if they're doing the new universe as now being called the Ultimate Universe? Because the original core MCU universe is done by all technicalities because of the fact
like the next phase.
Yeah,
sort of.
Because if the Ultimates, when you sit there and you say that to me, I'm thinking of the different characters, the different stories that were only in the Ultimates universe until the Ultimate Universe became a part of the 616 universe. So that's how I see it as a very outside person who didn't actually read the comic crossover of it.
I don't know. To me, when I was talking with some other guys, and I kind of brought this up, and they were like, "Oh, the Ultimates." So Miles Morales. That's what everybody.
That is the problem. Yeah.
That's what everybody automatically jumps to because he was the core thing that everybody remembers from the Ultimates now. So I'm like, how do you break that connotation from another universe that the Ultimates are just going to be a team, right? They're not like another universe or something.
I mean, you could make the argument they already have, since the MCU is kind of loosely based on the Ultimates and how they played that out. So, it wasn't a problem with that, but at the same time, Avengers 1 was kind of like the first issue of that. So, but I don't know. I think you just completely ignore that and go ahead of it. Because I say we know in quotes, like Mysterio has said this is 616, so you can have an Ultimates team. No.
That's true.
That's probably why they say that. Actually, it's like, no, this is 616.
I mean, would it kind of make sense if the Dark Avengers happen, right? Then the Avengers name is tainted, and they're like, we need a new team. We're the Ultimates now. Like, that would kind of make us I guess a point of maybe this can happen, because then you have a storyline reason of why they're rebranded. So it kind of carries through. It's like, oh no, the Avengers name now has been ruined by this crazy goblin dude in his crazy suit. So
and his crazy mean people.
Yeah, and his crazy evil group of Avengers who aren't really. So I don't know. I feel like Ultimates. I feel like they want to keep the Avengers brand going. I mean, Bob Iger's even said we got to keep it. So like, Ultimates feels like such a side name.
Maybe it's one of the lower tier Avenger teams. So obviously, like, the ground level is a lot of the TV show aspect, or the ground level people.
So yeah, Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Black.
Well, that's the thing, because the Ultimates, Avengers are on Earth. The Ultimates deal with like the ultimate cosmic problems. So like the first arc was Galactus, and they made him the Lifebringer. So Avengers for Ultimates for the cosmic. If they are splitting the two and making it a bit more distinct, then it makes sense. Especially if you're gonna have like people, like Carol Danvers, Blue Marvel, America Chavez, and all that. Like, they're pretty OP. So keep the OP people in space and do it that way.
I can see Spider-Man being the one making the name, because just like how he just does those little tiny wisecracks anyways, being like, well, since we're here, you guys are ultimately out in space.
We're the
We're now the Ultimates. Or it's Thor, and he just tries so hard to make a name like the Revengers.
He worked with that one and the Asgardians, so...
Yeah, so maybe he's the one who's like, well, since we're ultimate beings, we're going to be ultimately up here, or some... I'm like really going weird with that, but...
Oh yeah, you're like scraping the bottom of a... You're right now in the Deadpool mindset of writers room right now.
Yeah.
You're like, how can we put this
someone
in
pull
here?
it back out.
Yeah, you're getting too far down.
I'm tired. I need coffee. Yes, and this is why I'm not a writer.
And then Deadpool said, we are the ultimate weenies, and then we took the ultimate. Wait, what? Why? I don't know, because Deadpool writing, whatever.
Because it's Deadpool, that's what he does.
I like the idea of the Ultimates. I just have to see how they integrate that name. To me, it's all hung up on the name. I'm like, you're just kind of like...
Oh, I mean, let's be honest here. They put the Avengers in there because no reason. And then they made it so it's Carol's call sign.
That is true.
Do we know does the reason overly matter at this point? No. They're both kind of silly. But,
yeah,
they stole her name. So she has to make up a new one.
Damn it.
Oh, damn.
She sues Nick Fury for copyright infringement.
Oh my god.
First movie done.
I mean, how crazy is it that the first time she's called Captain Marvel is going to be in Far From Home? Like...
Wait, really?
Yeah. They've never actually called her, like...
Well, I know they haven't called her Captain Marvel, but it's going to be in Far From Home they call her that?
Yeah.
To be fair, they do say Marvel in the end of her movie.
True, yeah.
Because like, it wasn't like Peter says, what about Captain Marvel? That was like one of the first.
Yeah. I know, so I guess, if anything, I guess we'll find out about the Ultimates maybe in the next 2 months at San Diego, but I would assume this is like a longer down the road, to me personally.
I mean, they could very well have Avengers and Ultimates at the same time.
True. Oh, yeah. They should alternate years and make all the money.
Yeah. You know, we just had Avengers, we had Infinity War, then Endgame. Why not have Avengers and Ultimates and just do it that way?
Can you imagine every year in May you're dropping a $2 billion film? Jesus Christ.
I mean, are they going to be $2 billion from this point on? That's the question.
I think they'll, between 1.5 and 2, I mean, they're not topping Endgame till Secret Wars, so that's, you know.
As if they do Secret Wars. Like.
Yeah.
I imagine they will. But, you know, Ultimate sets up Secret Wars very nicely, though.
It's true. It's true. I want them to do Hickman's New Avengers, but that'll never happen. That's a complex story, and it took like 30 issues to actually get to the plot, so...
It's only 6, how dare you? No.
Yeah, but it feels like goddamn 30, okay? It's Hickman writing it.
All right. In fairness, that's 6 issues from 2 series, so it is 12. I'll give you that one.
Like half of it are sitting around the table discussing politics. You're I'm engaged right now.
But it's so good, though.
It is.
Is something going to happen, or what?
What are they actually going to do to plot? I don't know. I would love that as a movie, though. Something like that. Something more political, like Illuminati, but I don't know.
It's a shame we haven't got all the Illuminati anymore. No.
Yep.
We were so close with that team, and then they decided to do Endgame, and
Yeah.
Sad me. No.
So, yeah, that's it for that one.